down in downtown.
That's the noble work. Okay, let's turn this way so they can't see it yet.
Sure.
All right, so I'm in Denver. Let me turn this around. I'm in Denver, touring around with Jay, doing Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, and some Q&As. And so we're staying in the heart of Denver tonight, and I've always, since I was a kid, wanted to go to Mile High Comics. Mile High Comics always had ads in the comic books, and like, you know, that comics price, like reasonably priced thing. I ordered mail order, COD, back in the day, comics from Mile High Comics, and it's always been a mecca. I own a comic book store and whatnot, but this is the comic book store I've always wanted to go to since I was a little kid. I've always wanted to go to Mile High Comics, so I'm in Mile High Comics right now. This is Chuck.
Hi.
Chuck owns, created Mile High Comics. This is his place. Chuck, you know, that when I pulled up, I took an Uber here. I pulled up and it said, you know, there's just 3 massive doors, like you park a truck in the place. And I couldn't say, I was like, I thought I was going to be killed by my Uber driver because we were in the middle of what I thought was nowhere. And then I saw an open door and I said, all right, that's it. So I'm expecting a comic book store. I'm burying the lead. They don't know. You have no idea if you've never been here. When when people say the biggest comic book store in the world, you know, that's usually marketing. Chuck has literally created the biggest comic book store in the world. I'm going to slowly turn and reveal to you, look at the depth of this motherfucker. Look how deep it goes. Chuck, how many square feet?
65,000.
65,000 square feet, man. Sorry, I'm losing control of the camera. I'm so excited. 65,000 square feet of comics. Take us through. Meanwhile, before we do anything else, before we show you this is astounding. This should be one of the 18 natural wonders of the modern world. And it's unnatural because you built it yourself. This is crazy wonderful. But tell them what you were doing right before we talked.
Well, I was loading a truck with donated clothes because I work with a group called Feeding Denver's Hungry, and we use the store here as a community center as well as a comic book store. And so we do outreach where we feed the homeless down in lower downtown Denver, and we just finished a big clothing drive, and the purpose of the clothing drive, that's supposed to get down to 5 Below this Saturday. And so I'm going to be going out with socks, gloves, hats. Then we had coats that were donated, and we're talking about a lot. I mean, we're talking about hundreds. This particular tub over here was completely filled with coats and sweaters that people had donated, our customers. And so we'll be passing out probably $10,000 in free clothes tomorrow. But I also pick up Starbucks leftovers in the evenings through the Food Bank of the Rockies, and then we sort those out and we give people free paninis and bags of Danishes and stuff that would go to waste. But I personally sort that stuff out and make sure it gets into the hands of people that are hungry. And the guy that runs the organization, Jim Sharper, he's got it up to where we distributed 3,000 meals last week. And so we're making a difference.
3,000 meals. Just look at him.
Yeah.
Comic book Jesus right there, man. Feeding the hungry, doing for people, because clearly your dreams came true early. Look at this. It's nuts. You can't conceive of how big this place is. Take us through here, Chuck.
Okay.
I'm going to turn the camera so you guys can see the other side instead of my fat ass. These are the folks at the counter. Say hello. Go ahead. We got cameras.
We are clerks.
We got sound.
That's right, we are clerks.
That's literally the clerks of Mile High. Look at how
Brun.
deep it goes back. Names again?
Lisa. Chris Brun.
Lisa and Chris. Look at how deep this is. And that's just that corner there. And then we cross over to here.
If you walk the perimeter, it's close to a quarter mile. So.
Are you kidding? You can get a workout in this place. Hey, man, what are you doing?
I do everything.
He does. Michael makes sure that all the comics get priced and get out for people. He's restocking the store all day long.
Oh my Lord, man. You're doing the Lord's work. You as well.
Yeah, the store
Dude, this
itself-
is, I had dreams forever. Like, I've seen you set up at cons and stuff, but going even further back, I've had dreams of going to Mile High Comics ever since I was a kid. Ever since I saw you take out the full page ads and then the double page ads in the comics, in the Marvel back in the day, and some DC, I think. But this is like breathtaking, Chuck.
Well, there's 8
Look at this. Is that a
million-
paper mache X-wing? Like life size?
Actually, the whole thing is made of plaster. It's more than just paper mache. They built it for a wedding. We had a Star Wars wedding here in the building, and they couldn't take it with them, so we kept it and elevated it so it would look cool. And it's just part of the accoutrement. We want to make it so that when fans come here, that they feel like they've been someplace special.
No
And-
shit. I feel like I've been. I own a comic book store. I own a comic book store, and I want to be buried here. Yeah. This is more like, I've been to DC Comics and I've been to Marvel Comics. This is more impressive than all that. Look at this. Look at the white boxes. Look at the long boxes. Oh my God, look how deep it goes back. It's like Raiders of the Lost Ark. If you've just jumped on, we're in Denver at Mile High Comics, and it goes on and on. Look at these fine gentlemen right here. Your librarians, they've hidden the Lost Ark. Look at, I'm just gonna show you this one aisle, and then I'm gonna pan over through here.
Each aisle is 500,000 comics.
Each aisle, 500,000 comics. You're kidding. Oh my God, what kind of fire insurance do you have on a place like this?
They won't let us insure them for more than cost, which is...
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you can't be like, I got books in here worth this much. They're like, a comic book costs what? And they look at the cover.
Yeah.
So even if you had like what's Action Comics #1? Cover price was like what? 10 cents?
10 cents.
They'll count it as 10 cents?
No, but they'll say, okay, what did you pay for it? If you traded for it, what did you have fair market value in it? The problem that you run into is that in the comics business, all your cost really is in sorting. And you know this. It's, if you can't find it, you can't sell it. So we have
let's be
millions.
honest though. This is one of the only stores in the world that has the problem of not finding it. Look! It just keeps going and going and going. What are all those?
Those are packs of 10 of the same comics, and there's 180,000 on each rack.
One more time. Say that again. There's
They're packs of 10 of the
10
same
pack of comics.
Right, of the same issue.
Okay.
Okay, and they restock our pulling files, which is what we were looking at earlier for our website.
So what we're looking at here is the source. They pull from there, and then it goes over to where we were
to
back.
the singles, and then the singles go out in orders.
Wow.
And so it all flows from that side of the building over to this side of the building. But there's about 2.5 million comics there, about 2.5 million comics here, and then another 3 million that are sort of scattered around the building.
Oh. And this is, and I mean, like, you know, I know we live in a digital world now, but this is comics, folks. You could smell the paper. Old and new, you could smell the Mylar bags, man. I'm gonna flip this around.
Yeah, as you walk through here.
Look at this. Go ahead, Chuck.
I was just going to say, as you go through here, you just feel good because you can go to any box, and we sort our books numerically, so everything is filed by number, and so you can go into any given box and you just literally never have any idea what you're going to run into. I mean, in this particular case it was Ultimates, but here's a bunch of X-Men, here's Team Youngblood. Everything is just by number, and the number system, this is 2,659,000 right here in the number system.
So when you order like an issue, the latest issue of, let's say, Gotham City Sirens, which they just announced they're turning into a movie.
Right.
I'm sure if you're not hearing to hear it first, but they're turning Gotham City Sirens into a movie. Like with my boy directing it, man, David Ayer, who directed Suicide Squad, and Margot Robbie producing. So anyways, a little bit of news.
It'll be high energy.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so back to Chuck.
Yeah.
All right, so you order an issue of Gotham City Sirens.
Right.
How many copies do you generally order? You've got to be one of the biggest diamond distributor clients ever, if not the biggest.
Yeah, and we order...
He said, listen to you. Yeah. He doesn't brag at all.
Well, we've sold $200 million in comics, so... Yeah.
I almost dropped my phone. That's...
Yeah. We've
wow.
We've sold a lot of comic books over the years, and you know, our focus right now here in this building at retail, there's about $100 million in comics and trades. You haven't seen the trades yet. The trades are fucking awesome.
Take me to the trades.
Oh, I'll take you to the trades. Well, we got to walk around the building.
Take me everywhere.
We'll take you back here where my crew is. We constantly add. If you can imagine, this is like a snake.
Yes.
It snakes around, right? And we're adding to the end of it every single day. So every day the snake gets longer. And I have a very simple philosophy, which is that I'm not that good at making money, but I'm really good at collecting comics. So my goal at the end of every day is to try and not have any more debt than I began with,
Smart.
but have more comics.
Genius.
Okay.
But wait, if the snake tail keeps getting longer and longer, do you eventually run out of building?
Second floor. We're zoned for a second floor here, so I can go to 110,000 square feet.
Okay, let me show. I mean, you're not here. I'm trying to convey it. So to hear the words, "Oh, we could always build a second floor," you can't imagine losing any space here in a lifetime.
But high ceilings, and we're zoned for a second floor, so it's just a matter of coming up with the money, you know. And I'm always broke because I'm always spending all my money on comics. And I apologize, we're still unpacking.
No, man, this is how it should look. This is the good look right here.
Well, it
the
is.
clutter of collecting.
No, we sold our other building, and we moved in April, and we moved lickety split. It took us about 120 semi-loads to move into here, and we're still unpacking from that stuff. But Will over here is working nonstop.
Does anybody have a portable charger? My shit's about to die.
Yeah,
Which one?
I've got anything. I've got a plug I can plug it into. But my little portable charger died. Yeah. Oh, you're a lifesaver.
yeah.
Oh, no, I don't need the plug. I need the thing to charge it.
Oh, this? Oh,
Yeah, like a porty, so I can walk around.
Yeah.
I think I'm down to 2%, and I don't want to miss this. What are these cats doing? Hey, man, what's up?
how's it going?
This is Will and Chris, and
Chris,
what,
Will.
Like this?
The portable one. What do they call them? Like,
You have
power starts.
yeah, like a looks like this kind of thing. You plug your phone into it. No. All right, folks.
No.
This may die. If this dies, it's not
All right.
because anything bad happened.
Well, these two guys maintain our website to the extent of Will works on the data and makes sure. Our goal is to put into the website every variant that's ever been done in the past. So we're always looking for newsstands to see if there was a newsstand edition of a comic. And our website is the only one that actually does that. And Will and I do that. And then we also, Chris here is getting ready to scan all of these because these were sold on army bases overseas. So they have the jeweler's inserts.
So it's different than the newsstand edition of it.
Right. Technically, these aren't variants because they weren't printed differently.
Right.
But they're still much more collectible because they have those overseas jeweler's imprint inserts inside of them.
Take me to your trays before I lose power.
Okay. Well, we
just-
got to walk to the other side of the building.
Look at this lawn. The dramatic walk will do our audience good. Again, if you've just tuned in, you've got on Chuck's back, we can see Mile High Comics is the name of the store, folks. We are in Denver, Colorado, the Mile High City, and this is the world's largest comic book store. And I that's not hype, kids. That's for reals. I got a show soon, but my phone's running out of energy, and I hope we can make it where we're going. But I just want you to see perspective.
Yeah, we call this our Ocean of Comics, and this is a couple copies each of everything that we stock. And what we try to do out here is make it so that when folks are visiting from out of town, that they can go through a great selection. These are comics over here that I just purchased, and I'm trying.
The ones in those boxes, those big long
I'll
boxes.
be working until late tonight, going through those and breaking those down. Oh yeah. Does anybody have a portable charger? Phone charger with you because his battery's dying.
Like a Mophie or something? The phone is, it's just the charger. It's a battery, kind of. I don't think it matters the make. It's just something I plug into, but I have a charge, the cord. Hey, there's a call box. What, Chuck, what do you do here? What's with the church?
Oh, this is going to be where we're going to be auctioning comics on Christmas Eve. And we do that partially for charity, where we raise money for Feeding Denver's Hungry. We let people donate things that they don't want anymore in their collection.
Right.
We auction them off. 100 cents on the dollar goes to Feeding Hungry.
Oh my God.
And buying socks and winter clothes.
Chuck, why are you such a good man?
Let's see.
I'm gonna take you to look at all these trades, kids. They go on and on. There's some I haven't even seen.
Look here, I just got a comic for my own collection.
What was it?
Giveaways, and this is 1950s giveaway.
From like a Bob's Big Boy or something like that? Or just a,
Probably
in a
but
regular store?
This one's cool because it comes to teacher study guide. But here, let's go back to the trades.
I mean, you realize 1/4 of this looks like a huge comic book store in any market. It's you know, it's a warehouse that he turned into a store that's so massive and you can shop in it.
Okay.
Like people shouldn't be allowed in here, and yet
Okay.
this is so big.
These are mine. Okay.
This is all yours?
These are all mine. Bear in mind, Mile High Comics is my company. Okay. I own all the stock, 40,000 shares, collect them all. Okay. It's mine. These are my books. And I come in here at night, and when everybody else is gone and the lights are dim, I come along here and I love to stroke the spines on my books. Because I don't give a shit if America is decluttering and getting rid of all their stuff. I love books. And so right here, there's 250,000.
250,000 trades.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Trades and hardbacks.
You be careful. You're gonna say something that's gonna excite me so much. You're gonna get hit in the
Here,
back of the head
come
with
here,
whatever's
here,
coming out
here.
of my
Put
pants.
your hand right here.
Oh yes.
It's almost like a girl, isn't it? It's just
Yeah,
like
it's better. It's better than
there's something about
This may be
that.
one of the most pleasurable touches in the world.
It is. I love the smell of comics and I love the feel of spines.
Yes.
That's just.
And it does. It has the smell of comics in this place like crazy, but not like oh my God, it smells like old paper. It just smells like comic books.
Yeah.
And you got to
this
remember,
is-
this is where it all starts, folks. Like, you don't get to the movies or the wonderful TV shows without these funny little books and the compilations.
You know, and the irony is that this you can't do this for money. There's not enough money selling books or comics anymore to do this on an economic basis. The only reason why this exists is because I started it 46 years ago, and because I love it. And I do this because I'm crazy about the medium, and I want to be sure that people who love it as much as I do get cool stuff. So I stock it and I stock it and I stock it, and then I sit here and I hope and pray that somebody will place an order and order some of it so that I can buy some more.
You're doing the Lord's work.
Well, it makes me really, really happy,
Look
and
at
I
how
love being here.
Deep it goes.
Yeah, see, when we go vertical, we can actually go, 30 feet in the air with comics. It allows for a lot of growth.
Second floor.
See,
One more time. How many square feet in this place?
65,000.
Can you imagine, like, if one of these racks was your collection, you would feel accomplished. And then you just go whomp, and then whomp, and then whomp. It just keeps going and going and going. This is a life well spent, Chuck.
It is, actually, and I'm
You
so
go that
glad
way.
that I was blessed to be able to spend it in this field. And the best part about the comics world, comics are great, but the people that are in the comics world are what make it unique. We're all a little different, and
Right.
we all have our peculiarities, but you cannot put a value on the collective hearts and goodwill of the people in the comics world. That's why I'm so successful with doing things like Feeding Denver's Hungry, is because of the generosity of the people that shop here. And they support our efforts, and without their support, it wouldn't be diddly. But thanks to them, this all works. And we managed to keep it open. As a reputed stoner,
Yes.
I will tell you that I could sell out right now. This building, if I sold it, would bring $4 million, and if I rented it, I could make 40 grand a month and suck on mint juleps for the rest of my life. But then I couldn't come here in the middle of the night and stroke spines.
Now that sounded way filthier than he meant to, but you know what he meant, man. He likes to touch his books. And he owns all of these books. Look, and this is the stuff yet to do, the to-do pile.
This is what I bought last month. And these are auction items here. These are all items that
That's for the Christmas auction?
yeah, that'll be, and you know, when kids come in, you know, they get stuff for $1. And, the goal is just to get comics into people's hands, into hands of people that are going to love them and like them. And you know, it's not like I'm going to go to bed tonight without something to read. So
This is how you want to live your life, kids. Loving comics and helping people.
The
I can only do the
performance-
first thing.
The performance stage up here we use for drag shows. I'm also part of the Denver Drag Organization,
Nice.
and so I'm working on being in a leadership position for that next year. And so there's a part of my life that's way different than comics too.
But very close at the same time. Colorful.
Cosplay with dresses.
There you go. There you go. Don't you want to be Chuck? Look, it's a comic cat.
Yeah.
What's his name? Streaky?
Her name is Cambridge. And,
Cambridge.
this
She's
is
got
her
a classy
place.
name.
Okay, she's the only one that I
And now we're all the way
Here, let's
back
go
at the start.
upstairs. By the way,
Hope we'll make it. I think I'm actually going to die in 1 second. We'll have to sign off so that we can make sure it uploads and everyone sees it. Look at, what are all these, Chuck?
Which?
These.
Oh, these are all the figure variants that they did that Marvel churned out. And so they did a huge selection of basically the action figure variant covers. This is my staff in order to have fun and entertain themselves.
It's beautiful.
They come up with these great designs. But let's see if we can get a shot from upstairs, because when you actually look at it from the overhead view, you get actually a better sense. I don't know, like you said, your battery may die. But
We might make it in. This is what the entryway looks like when you come in. That's the magic door itself. Welcome to Mile High Comics, but we're going up here. We're going to try to get the view. I can't tell you what a thrill this is, dude. Like, honestly, I've seen this place, your name, in comics forever. It's going to be a little loud because we're up by the heater or the blower. But look at this view. We're stunned into silence. This, ladies and gentlemen, is hands down the world's biggest comic book store. Is that the back office?
yeah, come on in. This is where I hang out.
This is where the magic